So he really has commercialized the sound. Hello, we're going back to a familiar name today.
Huyentin, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Chinese male singer-songwriter. Born actually with vocal nodules.
That's crazy.
Which prevent your vocal cords from fully closing when he sings.
And he was born with that?
Yeah, that's but perseverance, passion, he trained himself to master an exceptional vocal technique and has become ever since a beloved singer. We checked out Moonlight not long ago, which was composed by him and performed by him, but the lyrics were Lin Wenshuang, which obviously we know from J2 and stuff like that. We have heard this song before, so we're going to analyze the song without focusing on the lyrics and just sort of focus perhaps on his ability to perform this live and do this rendition after basically being born with such technical hindrances.
他的歌边开车边听更带劲。说到开车，我在瓜子二手车买了台特斯拉，才花了9万9买二手新能源。我推荐瓜子最近上了几千台新能源源头车，全是从个人和批发商这些源头来的。瓜子超级品牌之后，每台再补1万块，错过就亏大了。瓜子二手新能源源头直供更省钱。
In his life, let's give it a watch.
It's a really interesting case to begin with.
Yep. Doesn't
Yes.
happen, I don't think, often.
It doesn't happen often, though.
First time we've heard of it.
Yep,
Mate, just him pulling up.
absolutely. What a goated guy.
月光色女子香，你短见年情多长，有多痛，故自想，忘了你。
And he had surgery or something. What did he?
孤单魂随风荡，谁去笑痴情啊？这红尘的战场。
He's just such a beautiful vocalist, though, regardless of anything.
Like his textured so lovely.
Also, he has such presence about him.
This is a gala.
Fantastic.
This was this year. Not long ago. Well, that's a gala event? What the f...
That's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But what's interesting is how able he is of modulating clear tone, even when it's a choice. Fantastic,
Beautiful
absolutely awesome. Woo!
Whoa.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Awesome.
Shit, bro.
Awesome.
Can I also say,
Okay.
holy guacamole, gala events in China go big.
They're absolutely gorgeous.
That was the Bay Area Rising Moon Gala,
Awesome. How cool is that?
2025.
Very, very
Flawless.
Fitting. Very fitting with that song Moonlight.
Indeed.
I will say, if you're talking about the technicalities of this, because we're going vocal focus
Yep.
for this review, I do think that this is the best example of using adversities to your benefit. So he really has commercialized the sound of something that a lot of singers would stray away from. And this is a choice, and now so long in his career, it is a choice because you can get them surgically removed, nodules, and it's a very non-invasive sort of surgery, and the recovery process will take a couple of weeks, and then you're back to normal. Your range will actually expand if you have suffered with nodules before, and you will have to retrain your vocal techniques in order to work around the scar tissue, because it's a different feeling completely. However, though, when you have been born with a condition, when you have been born with something that prevents you from sort of taking or reaching certain notes or certain sounds with your voice, sort of like capping your range, if you will, you become accustomed to that. You don't know anything else, so your technique molds around that, and you become more flexible and more imaginative. Actually, a lot of some of my favorite singers from different parts of the world have struggled
with nodules.
And they don't get them surgically removed either, so they work around how to, because it also creates an awesome texture.
Yeah, which is basically what he's got. So probably he'd never got them removed, but they're very common in children and women, more prone in children and women than men. And just to be scientifically,
I will explain why. Go ahead.
Just to be scientifically accurate, it's unlikely he was born with them, but it's very likely that he developed them from a very, very young age.
Yeah,
because they just essentially happen because of like overuse or misuse. So even if it was just a crier as a baby, a crier means like he just cried a lot, that could have just essentially strained so much the vocal cords and the vocal folds.
Especially because the vocal folds are very tiny, minuscule muscles.
Yeah.
So
it's like calluses in your hand when you lift something heavy.
So if you overuse them, or if you use them incorrectly, you will create sort of like hard skin upon them, and it will
like this.
look like that. That's right.
These are the little calluses.
That's right. So that creates phonetically speaking, that creates a breathier sound.
Yeah.
It creates sort of like a diphonic texture to the vocal note, and it will also sort of like become really frustrating for a singer in training to reach clear tone.
Correct.
Because they have to work double the effort to make the whole of the vocal fold touch.
Right.
Because there is an intrusion in the middle. And you could have multiple nodules. You could have
many.
You could have multiple
No
nodules
limit.
in the vocal folds, and it depending on how you work around it. With speech therapy, actually, you can have a very fruitful career without furthering damaging your vocal folds.
Let's have a listen at other of his songs. This was actually for a Chinese music variety show called The Coming One. This was a season 2 OST called Slowly, and it was a song covered by Hu Yangting in 2017. The original version is actually by Jackie Chong.
Okay.
But his arrangement was considered to be widely acclaimed by many audiences and outstanding. So let's give it a watch and see if we agree.
I do have to say, his presence and his approach to performing is
Awesome.
Truly what's outstanding to me. Shout out to the musicians, they're devouring. That's so good.
Feels like Did he come out of this show?
Maybe he did. It looks like his concert, to be honest.
Sure. Wow.
Yeah, but you can hear it.
You can hear it.
If you know that he has nodules, you can hear it. However, I would just think he is an amazing textured vocalist.
Nice panel of judges.
And he's got such aura.
Wow.
Yes, I adore this. Yeah, he has so much more dexterity because of the style that he does.
没有一点点安慰。慢慢慢慢心变成酒，慢慢。
His technique is not as refined in this
Here.
clip as he was in the.
He's gotten better.
Absolutely.
要我如何熟悉这爱的残缺？
This is damaging. The previous performance
Was a lot healthier.
has a refined technique, so it will allow him to sing for a really long time.
真的好. Wow, good fucking lineup.
God, what a cool lineup!
泪慢慢流，
I love that!
慢慢变成了朋友。孤独的夜
Hey, this is groovy.
独自承受，
So cool, what a cool dude!
不能就不能够，不能太容易拥有。
Yeah!
人的爱不堪回首，慢慢慢慢没有感
Oh,
觉，
so good!
慢慢我被忽略，你很难看我憔悴，没有一点点安慰。
I love Chinese music shows, bro.
They're epic, they're so epic!
慢慢我被拒绝，你和人远走高飞，要我如何收拾这爱的残缺？
Woo!
慢慢慢慢没有感觉，慢慢慢慢慢慢我被忽略，没有一点安慰，没有我想说，慢慢被我忽略，慢慢慢慢没有感觉，慢慢我
Yeah, he absolutely delivered! Woo!
慢慢慢慢没有感觉，慢慢我被忽略，要我如何收拾这？叫我说，叫我做，叫我说，叫我做。
Woohoo! Yeah, that's amazing! The dynamics and the new ones. Ooh.
看我憔悴，没有一点点安慰，慢慢慢慢心变成结。
My God.
I love this
I
fucking show.
agree.
And the cover.
你和着远走高飞，要我如何收拾这？要我如何收拾这？要我如何收拾这？残缺。
Stop! Yeah!
Wow.
Wah! Wah! What a show! Outstanding. Outstanding. See, those
So I think he
fans-
was competing.
Those fans were not lying.
Yeah, I think he was competing in this era. So maybe he hasn't been in the industry. I mean, he's been in the industry now for like a decade, basically.
Yeah, at least.
But
At least.
what the f?
I really like that though, but obviously you're hearing, I love how noticeable the change in technique it can be, how palpable the difference between the 2025 performance and this performance is, because you see a leap and literally so much growth in technical ability without actually having to change anything about his sound. Or it's actually really cool because in terms of retraining, a lot of singers sort of lose identity in the process because some of their sound goes away with the new technique that they're implementing. However, he has personalized it in a way that he hasn't lost any of the flair, the absolute presence on stage. His vocal capability only got better, and is actually a very good statement, like I said at the beginning, of how to work with the tools that you have and without actually having to reimagine or surgically do anything different. It's really good. This is perhaps one of the most authentic singers in the last couple of live performances that we've seen.
So he's known here in the West as Tiger Who, and he's not f***ing young, bro. He's 42.
He's not.
And he wasn't.
He looks 25.
He wasn't competing. He was fine. He debuted in 1999.
I know. He was fine.
He debuted in
was like a
1999. He's got more albums than I have accomplishments. And he's got more accomplishments than I have years. Like he's participated in the Shanghai Asian Music Festivals as the newcomer singer in 1999. That's when he debuted in that competition.
That's crazy.
And ever since then, this guy has just been absolutely murdering
Banger
and kicking
after
ass.
banger after banger.
He hasn't released anything in terms of like a full album since maybe 2018.
Okay.
He's got his own thing now called Tiger Entertainment.
Very cool.
His own label. Very interesting boy. Not boy, man. Father. I don't know if he's a father actually, but he could be my father. The lyrics go a little bit like, the heart slowly aches, slowly grows cold, slowly waiting for a lover who never comes. A lifetime of devotion, what fraction is returned? This love can't be divided, it can't be hated, can't be trusted too easily. One true love brings nothing but scars. Tears slowly fall, slowly are wiped away. Slowly we become just friends, enduring the lonely nights alone. I want to know that last part, what he's saying again and again. Or he just says slowly, slowly, I feel nothing, slowly I am ignored by you, slowly, slowly, no feeling. Fuck, you know, that's brutal. And he says, how am I supposed to handle this love? Teach me what to say, teach me what to do. Slowly, slowly I feel nothing and I feel ignored.
Dude, guys!
What a performance!
No, honestly, he embodied the feeling of that song better than anybody
Anything.
else. I genuinely feel like sometimes certain renditions and certain covers have
A bit of magic.
they have a better understanding of the original composition because they get the opportunity to reimagine the song or to bring something different to the storytelling aspect of it. No, he's begging you at the top of his lungs. Let me feel something. And he's tired. He's just tired of the feeling. Also, my God, my God.
我被拒绝，你喝着远走咖啡，要我如何收拾着？要我如何收拾着？要我如何收拾着？残缺。
想开车听他的歌，记得上瓜子二手新能源，源头直供更省钱。